AR Rahman's daughters Khatija Rahman and Rahima Rahman now break their silence on this controversy that has been underway on their father. Now that is the breaking news we are bringing to you right at the top of this very hour in the segment. Attacking AR Rahman for speaking his mind is not criticism, it is intimidation. Disagreement is legitimate, but abuse and character assassination are not free speech. Calling a global icon a disgrace or questioning his faith crosses the line into hate. A.R. Rahman's decades of contribution to Tamil culture and Indian music do not vanish over a personal view. Freedom of speech applies to Rahman as much as it applies to his critiques. Criticize the opinion if you must. Don't attack the person. Outrage without respect says more about society than about A.R. Rahman. These were the words of both of the daughters of the superstar. Anaga Kesav joins me on the broadcast to put it into further context. Anaga, we see this issue now blowing up, and this is after A.R. Rahman himself responded to it. It's his daughters who've now spoken up for him and said that freedom of speech is not the same as it's being treated. If somebody has said something, it can be taken as just how it is, instead of constantly doing character assassination because of the political fallout that we saw, the reactions this particular remark from him had been drawing.
Daughters of AR Rahman, Khatija and Rahima have taken to social media to endorse posts that have come in support of AR Rahman. In fact, Khatija has also reacted on a particular post that is written by Kailash Menon in support of AR Rahman. In fact, Khatija Rahman has reshared that post, thereby endorsing the kind of support that's pouring in for AR Rahman. In fact, Khatija has shared a post by Kailash Menon that says that criticism is fine, but outrage without respect says more about us than him. You may disagree with his interpretation, but what is not fair is public humiliation or attacking his integrity to silence. And in fact, the post also reads that freedom of speech applies to Rahman as much as it applies to his critics. And Khatija has endorsed this particular post, thereby coming in support of her father. Not just Khatija, even Rahima as well has shared multiple posts in support of A.R. Rahman. In fact, there was a lot of backlash that A.R. Rahman has been facing. In fact, DMK has also spoken in support of A.R. Rahman. The DMK has stated that this has become a norm by the section of right wing to target artists over their political takes, that the norm of BJP is to snatch away freedom of speech, is what the DMK has stated on this matter, thereby supporting A.R. Rahman.
Anaga, do stay with us. Viewers, this is not all. In fact, right after that interview, from which the excerpt indeed is being referred to by people when they have come out to flag some of A.R. Rahman's remarks, there's also a response that's coming from A.R. Rahman yesterday itself, where he said that, you know, a lot of what he was saying is being misunderstood, but that oftentimes does happen. And he's also spoken about how he's proud to be an Indian. Let's listen into that message that had come from him after this entire matter blew up.
India is my inspiration, my teacher and my home. I understand that intentions can sometimes be misunderstood. But my purpose has always been to uplift, honor, and serve through music. I have never wished to cause pain, and I hope my sincerity is felt. I feel blessed to be Indian, which enables to create a space which always allows freedom of expression and celebrates multicultural voices.
So that is what's been said by Oscar-winning star, Indian Oscar-winning star A.R. Rahman, the music composer. Remember, it was first that excerpt from his BBC interview where he'd spoken at length about his album in the movie Chhava. And while speaking about it, he had spoken about how he thinks that certain narratives in that particular movie were a little divisive. But he'd also added that while he thinks it's a little divisive, he also thinks that the people outside, the people of the country, will not easily be influenced by such divisive narratives, even if they are portrayed in a certain way in the movie. But at the same time, he had said that he was very proud of the track that he had composed for that very movie. So it was those very remarks and a remark about a shift coming within the industry, the Hindi Bollywood industry, where he said that it's gotten more and more difficult over the years to get work, and there was a slight implication of prejudice against him because of his belonging to a certain community. But those were the implications, or rather the undertones of what he had said in the BBC interview. Again, after the entire matter blew up in the public forum, this was his very remark, which we just heard, the very message that's come from him, that his intentions were not to hurt anyone and his intentions have been misunderstood by the public. And this is, in fact, this message from him came in after several political leaders had come out to point out that he is from India and he is from an industry which really appreciates his work, which over the years has appreciated his work, and that the industry is proud of him. So even they were saying that they don't understand where he comes from when he makes comments of this kind. And there were also questions with regards to how this could indeed end up sending a very wrong message, a very wrong positioning of the entire industry in itself. And when this entire matter blew up, it is AR Rahman who came in with the statement that we just played out for you. And now it is his daughters, both his daughters, who've come out to say that this is character assassination and not free speech. The entire matter which blew up over AR Rahman's comments in this very context in the BBC interview, firstly were taken out of context, and the kind of character assassination that followed up, it doesn't indeed show things in a good color. So that is the very message that's coming from his daughters now. Now we have DMK's spokesperson A. Sarvanan joining us on the broadcast. We'll just play out his reaction as to what he had to say on this very matter, because the DMK, remember, has again come out to speak in support of AR Rahman.
What do you make out of the backlash that Mr. Rahman got because of this?
See, this has become a norm. This backlash. Somebody from the minority community expresses his view that he is being discriminated, or the minority communities are discriminated. This is the kind of backlash everybody gets. And now everybody has found out that your talent, your global recognition, wherever you are, whatever is your status in the society, doesn't matter. If you speak against discrimination, you will be hounded. This is the lesson the BJP right-wing trolls are sending.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Have a light now. Bye-bye.
So that is the message coming in from the DMK, who have come out not just to speak in support of AR Rahman, but they've also said that he is being targeted as he is from a minority community, and anybody who in fact tries to express themselves under the ambit of freedom of speech ends up being hounded in a similar manner. And this comes in after AR Rahman's daughters, as we were mentioning earlier, Khatija Rahman and Rahima Rahman, both have broken their silence on the controversy while also saying that attacking AR Rahman for speaking his mind is not mere criticism of his work or criticism of what he said, but it is also intimidation to an extent. And that disagreement is legitimate, but abuse and character assassination are not free speech. Let's quickly bring in Anagha Keshav back into the conversation. Anagha, while this matter initially began from within the industry with regards to what's been said by AR Rahman, it quickly took a political turn. We see one set of political leaders coming into question what's been said by AR Rahman, and now we see another party, the DMK, coming in to defend him and say that because he is from a particular community, because he belongs to a particular community, whatever he says will be seen in a certain prejudice light, and he will be hounded for putting forward his opinions.
Well, that's right. In fact, DMK has backed AR Rahman. DMK has says that whenever somebody from minority community expresses his or her views, they immediately get hounded, thereby implying that AR Rahman, because he is from the minority community, is being targeted left, right and center by the right-wing trolls and BJP troll accounts in social media, is what the DMK is saying. And that's the kind of support that we are witnessing, that the DMK giving for AR Rahman. In fact, the DMK has stated that AR Rahman has been hounded because of his views, number one, and number two, the fact that he is from the minority community. That's the reason why he is receiving so much of backlash, is what the DMK is saying. Not just DMK, even AR Rahman's children, two daughters, they've also expressed strong support for their father AR Rahman by taking to social media and endorsing a lot of posts that have come out in support of Mr. Rahman.
Right, Anagha, thank you for putting it into context for our viewers as to what's been said by both daughters as well as the DMK while defending the superstar at this given point of time, the music composer at this given point of time. And this story has been a developing one and we have our eyes set on it. But for now, these are the details we have for you.